live program here on this hallowed channel, the Book of Days. I remain your brother, Joshua Isiaba, and I am, by the special grace of God, the convener of the Unbreakable Minds community. You can check us out on www.unbreakablemindscommunity.com, or you can reach out to us via our Gmail address, unbreakablemindscommunity@gmail.com. How are we all doing today, and where are you watching us from? Please, when you join this live section, try to like, try to share, try to invite other people so that YouTube can make it more visible to the public. I welcome you, and just relax while we go through this important, simple, but all important topic. I am not going to waste much of your time. I'm not going to take much of your time. We're just going to spend like 25 to 35 minutes here. As the case may be, I'm going to try as much as possible to cover as much as I can cover in this topic. What is our topic under discuss today? It is strength in despair. Strength in despair. People go through life challenges on a daily basis. People experience life difficult moment at every levels. One thing we have to know is that everyone's life challenge, everyone's difficult moment is valid, no matter how small or no matter how big it is. As our faces are, so as our different problems are. So what's your problem today might not be my problem today. What I consider as a small problem might be a very big problem to you. So our topic, strength in despair. What is despair? Despair is a situation that is more than a problem. When we talk about problems of life, they are just little things here and there. But when you are in a situation of despair, that is to say, you are in a very dark moment in your life. There is something going on that is more than the physical eyes can see. I mean, this thing is beginning to affect your mentality. It is beginning to affect your mind, your heart. So it turns from a problem to become a situation of despair. So a despair is more than just being sad. Being in a situation of despair is more than just being sad. It's more than being angry at a situation. It's more than being not comfortable or satisfied with a particular situation of life. Rather, it is the feeling of loss of hope. You know, there are problems you encounter in life and you begin to lose hope. Your hope begin to fade. Your hope about life, hope about your dreams and aspirations begin to fade. This is what a situation of despair is. A despair is more than just feeling sad, feeling so not satisfied with a particular situation, but rather it goes to a level of losing hope, a feeling of loss of hope, and the feeling that nothing might really change for you. Losing hope in yourself, losing hope in your dreams and aspirations, and losing hope in whatever thing that could give you motivation or whatever thing that you believe in. At this moment, you are in despair. What are the signs of being in despair? Feeling so overwhelmed with life challenges. These are the signs that will tell you that right now you are being, or you have gotten into a situation of despair. You are no longer sad because of life issues. It has, transitioned from being a problem to a situation of despair. Like you don't know what to do. You are giving up in life. You are losing hope. And things are seeming like they are not going to change. You know, when you are in a problem, when you are having some challenges, and that challenge, the way you feel, begin to appear like things are not going to change for you again, that this is it for you. That is a moment of despair. So, how you know is when these signs begin to happen. You are feeling so overwhelmed with life. Sometimes many things can be happening to you at the same time. Things that are not so good, you know. It could be like a problem from your family, then you're having a problem from work, then you're having a problem with maybe your business, you're having a problem within yourself, or just multiple problems at the same time. And this makes you feel so overwhelmed about life. Is a sign of despair. Losing motivation and energy is another sign of despair. When you are so fed up with life, in fact, you have given up, there's nothing that could motivate you or that would motivate you anymore. Like you see life as there's nothing in life again for you. Loss of motivation and energy. You have no motivation to chase your dreams anymore. You have no motivation to take the necessary steps to get you to your desired destination. You have no motivation to carry on with life. In fact, the energy is no longer there to continue with life. This is a moment of despair in your life. Another sign is when you begin to question your purpose and direction in life. There are some things that will happen to you right now. You will lose direction. You will lose focus. Your purpose in life will become so bleak. It will be like there's nothing in life for you no more. Like, why are you doing all these things for? Like, there's nothing in it for you. That is the moment you begin to question, why are you in life? Why are you even living? Why are you born into this world? When you begin to question your purpose and you are not sure of where life is leading you to. This is a sign of despair. Feeling alone even when people are with you. We talk about depression here and there. There are things that will happen in your life and you will just zoom out. You will just zoom out from people. You are with them physically, but mentally, emotionally, you are completely disconnected. This is what it is. Feeling alone even when surrounded with people. There is one player that died in South Africa, one South African football team player. He came to the World Cup. But unfortunately, nobody knew what was going on with him. It is when it happened that people began to, went to search for videos of his last moment on earth. You could see in those videos that even right there at the World Cup tournament, the guy was feeling alone, even with his team members. You see, this is a serious sign of a despair situation, of being in despair. But there is one thing about despair or challenges of life, is that it is real, but it is not permanent. It is real, but it's not permanent. That is one thing you have to know. It is real, but it's not permanent. Being in despair, desperate situation, a very dark place in your life, is just for the moment. No matter how long it lasts, it doesn't last forever. And you have to know that these are the places where you establish strength. These are the places where you rediscover yourself. These are the moments where your purpose in life is defined. These are the moments where your inner strength is built. Sometimes despair becomes a place where we grow motivation, where our focus where our direction in life is redefined. We are able to, have a more sharp direction than we had before. When you go through life challenges, especially the ones that hurt the heart, there are many lessons to learn. It's not just about the pain. It's not just about the hurt. It's not just about, the feeling of sadness. It comes with a lot of lessons. Realistically, I mean, you will understand life in that situation to be more real than it was before you go through that. The hidden truth about despair is that it gives you more strength. It builds you more. It builds your mental resilience. It builds your physical resilience. It builds your social resilience more. You become more of yourself than what is happening in the world. This is what it does. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold goes through fire. And strong people are often shaped through difficult situations. There is no one person that is great today that will say, oh, I have not experienced one thing or the other. No matter how little it is. Nobody is born with a silver spoon and till you die, you never experience pain. Not even within yourself. No, it's not possible. You might have everything that life can give physically, but how is your inner self? You can also experience pain within yourself, even when things look so rosy on the outside. Your struggle is preparing you for the strength that you do not realize that you have. Struggles are not meant to take your life. They have not come to break you. Most times, they have come to build you into a better version of yourself. There are things that can trigger despair in our life. There are things that can launch us into that moment of darkness, into that moment of hurt, into that moment where we begin to lose hope, where we no longer have faith in ourselves, in God, in anything that's happening in the world. Things become meaningless. One is the loss of loved ones. The loss of our loved one is number one. Two is financial hardship. On the loss of a loved one, I think this is the most terrible one because it cuts right deep in the annals of our bloodstream. Like this person you have been with, all of a sudden, you are no longer with the person. And that person is gone and gone forever, not to be seen. I have gone through this couple of times in my life. The latest that happened to me was 2024 and 5. 2024, between 2023 and 2024, I lost a lot of people in my family. In fact, that is the hardest thing that can happen to your soul. The loss of a loved one. It can throw you into despair, where you don't know what to do, where you no longer believe in life, where you no longer think that anything can ever make you happy again, where things becomes meaningless, where your focus is shrinked, where your purpose in life could easily be thrown into the trash because you no longer believe. You have no strength, you have no motivation to carry on with life anymore. Because when you begin to receive the flashes of the memories you shared with a loved one, it breaks your heart afresh. This is number one. Number two, financial hardship. There are people today who are into debt. They have a lot of debt that they don't think they can come out of it. We know everybody has one debt or the other there. You owe the government some change. You owe the bank some change. Maybe kind of personal loan here and there, debt here and there. But, there's this type of debt you owe. And because we are wired in such a way that once you are indebted to any source. If you have not paid, you feel like you're not a free man. You feel like you're not a free person. So financial hardship can make you get into depression, into despair. The next one is rejection. Everybody tries so hard to be accepted. Acceptance is one thing that people chase so hard. And when you are not accepted by friends, when you are not accepted by the public, when you are not accepted by a particular group that you desire their acceptance, you feel so rejected. You feel so rejected. Rejection from work you are pursuing, rejected by the public, social group, rejected sometimes by your family, rejected by friends, rejection here and there. You try to become a better person in the society, you try to, affiliate, you try to associate with some kind of people, but they don't want to. That is rejection. Some people are thrown into despair, into desperation, into depression because of rejection. You may have worked so hard to be accepted into some kind of places, but at the end of the day, you are not accepted. Rejection is one thing that can throw you into despair. No matter whatever rejection you are going through today, just know that it is not the final for your life. Another one is failure. Failure is very strong. Nobody likes to fail. Nobody likes to fail. Nobody likes to fail, no matter how little the failure is. We want to be successful at everything we do. We want to come out on top on everything that we do. Every adventure we want to be profitable, right? When you begin to fail in your adventures, when you fail in your marriage, when you fail in your business, when you fail in your career, when you fail in some other areas of life, it is not a good feeling. It is not a good feeling. First of all, what comes over your face is shame. Shame. You are not able to face the other people who have succeeded. You are not able to face the other people who have expected you to, be successful, who have already placed you in some kind of level and never expected failure from you. It is not easy to take failure, so it is a measure, it is a source of despair. Illness. Illness can make you give up in life. There are people today who are lying in the hospital bed. They have already given up, even when they know that, conventional medicine can help, even when they know that they can push beyond. They have just given up. I know some people years back that were really healthy, very healthy, but today I tell you, they are really, really sick and bedridden. That is what life can throw at you at any time. It doesn't matter how perfect you live your life. It doesn't matter how, but these things come even when we least expect them. When you are thrown into this kind of situation, you find yourself in a moment of despair. Loneliness. Loneliness is not only when you are alone. There are people who are with their families, but they are lonely. That is where depression comes in. You are with people, yet you are lonely. You feel like you are lonely in life. You feel like you are lonely in your adventure. You feel like you are lonely in your purpose in life. You feel that no one understands you. That is loneliness. Whenever you begin to feel that no one understands you, not even your own partner, not even your own kids, not even your own family members, not even your community where you come from, that is a feeling of loneliness. It is a source of despair. When you begin to feel like that, within yourself, you are already in despair. Delayed dreams. We're talking about why we experience despair. Things that can trigger this moment of despair in our life. Sources of despair. Sources. Delayed dreams. Most people have dreams and aspirations in life. This is the kind of man I want to be. This is the kind of woman I want to be. I want to build this career. I want to be this type of person in the society. I want to build this business. I want to be known for this. I want to be known for that. Those are dreams and aspirations in life. When it is not being fulfilled, when those dreams are being delayed, not as if you are not working towards it, not as if you're not putting in your effort, not as if you're not putting in your time. You are doing all these material resources, but still, it feels like it is being delayed. That could be a source of despair in your life. But one thing you have to know is that pain, you see pain? Pain is part of life. Pain is part of life. But you don't have to give up. You don't have to give up. There is no person on earth that would say that they have not experienced one pain or the other. And pain is all inclusive. It doesn't have to be physical pain. You can have internal pain, pain of the heart. You know, there are some things you can be thinking about right now. Your head will be like, want to blow off. That is pain right there. Your brain is under stress, is under duress. And through that, your physical body begin to absorb stress. That is pain. That is pain. Emotional pain, economic pain, social pain. Those are sources of pain. But you don't really have to give up in life because of pain, because they are part of life, and giving up doesn't have to be. There are things that despair, a moment of challenges in our life, try to steal from us. What are those things? One is your hope. One thing it does is that it will steal your hope. It attacks your hope. You know, hope is one thing that keeps you going, even when there is nothing on sight. You know, when you go to bed in the night, hope is that thing that makes you close your eyes comfortably, believing that you will wake up in the morning. That is hope. When you lose it in life, imagine what life will become. So, this moment of despair and challenges attacks our hope in life. It attacks our confidence, you know, when things are not going good. For example, when a man doesn't have money in his pocket, he is not that confident. He might be very confident, you know, physically, but I tell you, he's not too happy. He needs some money, right? It gives you some kind of confidence. So, moment of tribulations, dark times in our life, moment of life challenges, steal hope from us. It steals our confidence. We're no longer bold to move on with life. It steals your vision. Your vision becomes blurry. You cannot see clearly. We're not talking about physical eyes. We're talking about your mental eyes. You can no longer see clearly. It steals your vision, the vision of where you are headed, the vision of things you have planned to do, the vision of your purpose and direction in life. A moment of despair, moment of challenges, steals that away from you. It attacks your relationship. When you begin to get into troubles, having this challenge here and there, your relationship with people around you begins to shake. Practically. Practically. For example, there are people who doesn't know how to handle situations the same time with relationship. You were good with this person, but when troubles come, you are not able to cope. You just want to be alone. You want to cut off communication. You don't want any disturbance. You just want to be silent. You want to go to where people cannot see you. You want to go off social media. That is what the moment of despair attacks. Your relationship with people, your relationship with yourself. You know, there's a way you can disconnect from yourself. People do disconnect from themselves. Like they begin to feel like there is nothing in there. You are just living without hope. In the morning, you just wake up, you don't know what else to do. Probably just go to work, and that is just, there is no ambition, there is no purpose. It attacks your faith. Despair moments, despair situations attacks your faith. You lose faith in yourself. You lose faith in the process and what you are doing. You lose faith in God. That is what despair, moment of despair, desperate situation, dark times in our life, deep life challenges and problems. This is what it attacks. Faith in ourselves, faith in God, faith in what we are doing. You will see many people who get discouraged. They abandon projects along the line. They cannot finish what they started. This is what challenging situation in life attacks. It doesn't want you to continue what you have started, to finish what you have started. It wants you to have this kind of disbelief in yourself. Imagine when you no longer believe yourself. How would you expect other people to believe you? Of course, a person that doesn't believe in themselves does not expect other people to believe them. This is what it is. A moment of despair. Desperate moment in our life. Deep, challenging situation. Moment in our life that affect our being, that affect our mentality, that affect our mindset. It attacks our faith. It attacks our future. It attacks our future. It tries to steal our future from us. So if you're going through a hard time right now, if you're going through a tough time right now, I just want you to know that the situation has come to attack or to steal one, hope from you. It has come to attack or steal your confidence. It has come to attack or steal your vision. It has come to attack or steal your relationship with other people. It has come to attack or steal your faith. It has come to attack and steal your future. Are you going to let that happen? Are you going to let that happen? Of course, you are not going to let that happen. Do not let temporal season cause a permanent decision. Don't allow this moment to win. In my own opinion, I will tell you this for free. Don't allow this moment to win. Don't allow this tough time. Don't allow this dark, blurry moment in your life to win. Because no matter how long it lasts, it will never last forever. Try to outlast this moment, because things will certainly change. And this is not motivation. This is reality. This is reality. Don't allow this to steal your hope. Don't allow this moment to steal your confidence. Don't allow this moment to steal your vision, your relationship, your faith, and your future. Strength grows when you accept the situation. These are ways of building strength, how you can convert this situation for your own good, to your advantage. To your advantage. These are the steps. One, accept your emotion. Some people don't like to be seen as weak. Every person has their moment in their life when, oh, you need to shed a tear. No matter how hard you claim to be, as a tough person you are, you still need to go somewhere and shed some tears. You understand what I'm saying? Accept your emotions. They are valid. Allow it flow. Allow it flow. Even if you want to show your weakness in the public or not, but accept that you are in a very bad situation and ask for help when needed. I understand that we're in a world today where when you ask for help, it just feels like you're trying to let the other person know your problem, your business, because it feels like they're not going to do anything anyways. You know what I mean? But still try to share it anyways to those you can count on, to those you feel comfortable sharing with. Still try to share it, because when you share it, the weight psychologically reduces. For example, when there's something that bothers your heart and you have been like soliloquizing within yourself, how am I going to do this? How am I going to go about it? What steps am I going to take? Who am I going to talk to? How am I going to get help? Try to discuss with somebody you feel comfortable with. That is one sure way to, at least get some air from how heavy it is in your heart. You have let it out. Nature hears it sometimes. You never know where it will take you to and who it is going to bring to you to be your helper. Many people that I don't know have helped me. That's why sometimes I even go to the trees and talk to them. Sometimes I go to places that, if I feel like I don't want to talk to people and I have something bothering me, I just go to nature and release it there, right? But it's better that you talk to somebody. This is one way to build strength through your trying moment. Accept your emotion instead of hiding them. Try to talk to somebody. Focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control. This is one thing about this part that I like. I love this so much because it has helped me in life. Focusing on what I can control. You see, those things that happened in the past in your life, you have no control over them. Even if it happens 2 minutes ago, it has happened is that it has what happened. Focus on what you can control, because most times we try to control things that we have no control over. 1, you are losing energy. 2, you'll be losing time. 3, you might be losing sleep. 4, you might put your health on the line. Focus on things you can control. Focus on the present and let the present decide your future. Allow the one at the back to go. so you can have a clear vision of what lies ahead of you. Focus on things you can control. The loss of a loved one is something that we don't want to let go. Loss of business, of money, is something that when you think about it, you'll be like, how did this even happen? How did this even happen? But one thing you have to know is that no matter how much questions you ask, you can never get ahead of that situation. Focus on things you can control. Keep moving forward, even in small steps. When life knocks us down, one mistake that we do is that we want to get back up quickly as possible. You want to get back up even before people know what is happening, you are up. No. There are things that will happen to you. It will take some steps and process to come back to normal. Learn to go through the process. Learn to go through the steps. If you need healing, and that healing requires physiotherapy, requires any form of therapy, you have to go through it. There is no need to rush. A rushed healing could appear healed at the top, but underneath it will still be disturbing you. You know, sometimes when you claim that you are strong and you have gotten over stuff, but in your heart it still bothers you. This is what we're talking about. Heal properly. Heal properly. Keep moving forward and take little steps. Celebrate small wins or small victories. Some of us don't even try to buy ourselves, even if it is one can of Coca-Cola on our birthday. You know, you added 1 year is a win, because lots of people did not add it in your age bracket. Something happened at work and you were able to get ahead of it is a win. You know, all these little things. You were able to do small runs and get a little money. It's a win for the day, you know. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. Someone recognizes and acknowledges your performance and your input somewhere here and there. It's a win. Acknowledge and celebrate it in your own little way. It does not mean you should throw a party. It does not mean you should go start buying an expensive gift or whatever. No. Acknowledge it within yourself. Feel happy for that moment. That is a way to, acknowledge that. That is a way to acknowledge that. Choose hope each day. No matter what is happening, choose hope. Like I said before, hope is that thing that gives you the confidence that something is going to happen when it has not happened. Hi, Louise Figure, how are you? Hope is that thing that gives you the confidence that a good thing, a certain thing is going to happen for you when it has not happened. Imagine you closing your eyes comfortably at night to get some sleep with hope that in the morning you must rise up. Imagine that kind of hope. Imagine that kind of confidence. That is what hope is. Choose hope each day, no matter what is going on. And there are great persons, there are great people we can learn from. So, never you think that many successful people, just achieved success just like that without going through a moment of despair or challenges in their life. Successful people faced seasons of despair before achieving success. Of course, all of us know this. At this point in our life, with all the experiences of life that we have, we know that nothing comes easy. Even there are some bad things that does not come easy. For those who do bad, they will still tell you, nothing good comes easy. Successful people today faced some moment of despair before achieving success. They experienced this through failed businesses, through repeated rejections, through personal loss, through public criticisms. A great person today will tell you, do you know how many times I failed in my business before I was able to build this empire? They failed a couple of times. There was repeated rejection. They send in proposal and they reject it. They send in appeal and they reject it. They come to a place to be accepted and they reject them. They go mount a podium where they are seeking like public or a kind of popularity. They reject them. It is not easy. Personal loss. In the quest of greatness, you are going to lose some. It is given. It does not matter how close you are to God. It does not matter how careful you are. You are going to lose some. It is given. Public criticisms. Even as we have started Unbreakable Minds community, criticisms will come. Rejections will come. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. No, don't bother me. This and that. It will come. There will be trials. There will be temptations. There will be tribulations and challenges. But what will keep us going is that the hope that no success, the belief, the knowledge that no success just happens without moments of despair. These great people did not succeed because life was easy. They succeeded because they refused to quit. They succeeded because they refused to quit. Faith is one thing that can carry you through. Faith in yourself, faith in God, faith in the process. When you don't trust or believe a process, how can you come out victoriously? How can you carry on to the end of the process, and how can you come out good at the end of that process? When you don't believe in yourself, how can you make a step? You cannot take a step when you don't believe in yourself. It's impossible. You have to believe. You have to have faith in yourself. Yes, I have my weaknesses. Yes, I have my imperfections. Yes, this place I'm scared. This area I'm a little bit weak. This area I have to work on myself. Yes, but you have to have faith that no matter what it is, you're going to make it work. And watch yourself make it work. Believe in God. God is one thing that is different things to different people at different times. Believe in God. It works because God knows you. He knows me. He knows everything we're doing. He knows our heart and what we want to do. Faith teaches you that you are not alone. It reminds you that your strugglings, your challenges has a meaning. Whatever you are going through right now is just a stage in life. This too will come to pass if you did not quit and if you continue to chase, if you continue to move, if you continue to intensify effort, if you continue to reinvent yourself, to reorganize yourself, to have faith in yourself. Faith teaches us that better days are still possible. You know that maxim that says, nobody knows tomorrow? Nobody knows tomorrow, right? That also suggests that better days are very much possible for you. Who is going through turbulent waters right now? For you, who is going through one type of problem, heartache, heartbreak, disappointment, rejection, faith teaches us that better days are still possible. It sees light even when darkness is very overwhelming. Mark this. Faith sees light even when darkness is very overwhelming. When it seems that you are in the darkest part of your life, in the darkest moment of your life, there are things that will happen to you and it will feel like you're blacked out. You are blacked out. For you. You can see. You are not here no more. You're here physically, but you have zoomed out, But faith tells us that better days are still possible. Faith sees the light even when darkness is overwhelming. When these things are happening in your life slapping you left, right, center, making you feel like you have not done enough, you did not do enough, you are the reason for your failure, this is happening to you because you deserve it, you cannot get better. Faith tells you that better days are still possible and light even in moments of overwhelming darkness. These are practical steps to overcome. These are practical steps that you can take to overcome despair. The other one we talked about before was, how you can build strength or convert despair to your advantage. These are the practical steps you can follow. Speak positively to yourself. Like, there's nothing that will happen in this world and I will be like, Josh, you're not good. This stuff cannot work. No, I will not speak that way. Even when there is 100%, proof that this thing may not work, I'm still going to tell myself it will work. And I'm going to do my best anyways. That is how to deal with desperate situation. That is how to deal with the challenges of life. How to deal with moments of despair. Speak positively into your life. Because words carries power, especially when you are implanting them into you. Words carry power when you are implanting them into yourself. You don't have to wait till a pastor speaks words over your life. You doesn't have to wait till a bishop lays hand on your head. You have to, on daily basis, at all times, speak positive words to yourself. Speak to your spirit. Speak to your future. Speak to your business. Speak to your work. Speak into the life of your family. Speak to your marriage. Speak to anything that is important to you. Give those commands and declarations. It takes nothing. Surround yourself with people that can encourage you. Not people that will talk you down. Not people that will see nothing good in you. Not people that does not acknowledge your input, your performance, your effort. Surround yourself. I know we get this a lot at work. Work is work. It's just a corporate structure and formation. But right there at work, surround yourself with people that understand that you are working so hard for your living. Genuinely. Surround yourself with people that understand the situation and that can encourage you to continue. Don't surround yourself with people that dampens your spirit. people that bastardizes your emotion, people that don't really recognize your efforts no matter what you do. They join hands to pull you down instead of building you up. Pray or meditate daily. Prayer works. I cannot say this enough, but I can continue to tell you that prayer do work. It works. I don't pray a lot, but the times I do, I feel like they are being answered. Probably not now, immediately I pray, but somehow, some way, sometime, I see the manifestations. Exercise and care for your health. Do not just let loose. Your health is important, very, very important. As the money you are making, set one meaningful goal each day. This does not only just get you closer to your overall goal and target, this also sharpens your mind, commits your mind towards what you are doing. This is what it does. Practice gratitude. Some of us are not thankful even when we receive kind gestures. Gratitude to yourself because you're the one who is working. You're the one who is making the money. Gratitude to the environment. Environment, I mean, includes any person, friends, well-wishers, loved ones that, appreciate you in any way. Show gratitude. Gratitude to God for life. Gratitude to God for health. Gratitude to God for grace. Gratitude to God for blessings. Gratitude to God for mercies. These are the things you have to practice on daily basis because small daily actions create lasting change. They create lasting change. These are the things you have to remember at the end of the day. Your story is not over. My story is not over. We're still writing that story. Your pain can serve a purpose. In as much as we're hurt so bad during troubling moments, in as much as we feel so bad, in as much as we lose hope, in as much as we feel heartbroken in troubling moments, your pain can still serve a purpose. Try to draw strength. Try to rediscover yourself. Try to discover your purpose, a direction. Choose one particular path that you can be good at and draw strength from it. Your setback can become your comeback. I don't want to sound rhetorical, but it is true practically. There are some places we think that we have failed, but from that same place, you are raised. From that same place, you see a light. From that same place, you see promotion. From that same place, you receive a kind of redirection that puts you on the right path. That is what it is. Your setback can become your comeback. Hope is stronger than despair. I don't know why this message keeps reiterating on hope and faith. Hope, hope, hope is stronger than whatever moment you are going through right now. Don't think that you are alone. You are not alone in the sense that whatever you are going through right now, there are some other persons in the world that are going through that same thing. Exactly. Because humanity is one. Whatever troubles me today might not be what is troubling you today, but certainly there's somebody out there that what I am thinking right now is what they're thinking. The issue I'm having right now is the issue they are having, right? So no matter what it is, hope is stronger than despair. And these are the reflective questions that you need to ask yourself today. What challenge is testing you? What challenge are you facing right now? What has this challenge developed in you? Or what is this challenge developing in you? What is one step you can take today instead of giving up? Instead of throwing the towel? Instead of giving into this situation? What is one step that you can introduce to help get you out of this situation? Final reflection. Strength is not the absence of fear. We can sit down here and talk, 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 talk. In practicality, you know, it does not mean that when you're a strong person that you are not scared though. You know what I mean? You can do it scared. Life. I'm telling you now, life. You can do it scared. I'm not sure of you. I do it anyways. Life honors that sometimes. In fact, most times, life honors that. I'm scared. You know, I'm not sure I can do it. I'm not sure I can do that. Then when you muster the courage to do it, you realize how perfect it comes out to be. Strength is the decision to keep moving forward, despite whatever. Despite your despair, despite your situation, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Brother, keep moving. Sister, keep moving. My friend, keep moving. Keep moving. Because this is life. And some things never change. And one of those things that never change is challenges, tribulations in life, situations where you feel hopeless, situations where nobody seems to be coming for a rescue, situation where you are not motivated, you are not energized to continue with life, situation where purpose and direction is vanishing, situation where you feel alone, situation where you feel overwhelmed, situation where you think or where you feel that giving up is much more easier than holding on. Of course, it feels that way. Giving up feels much more easier than holding on, isn't it? Of course. Of course. But when you give up, just know that it's all over. But no matter how hard it is, if you're still holding on, there is still chances that you're going to get better, that you're going to get stronger. I don't know what it is that you're going through today. I want to challenge you to go through it boldly, confidently. And as I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to myself. Giving up is not the best option. Holding on, it is the option. Practically, for you, your current chapter might be difficult, but it is not the end of life. Your current chapter might be difficult, but it is not the end of life. This is my message of hope to you today. And as you watch this video again, to everyone who would come across this video, this is my message of hope to you. If there's nothing else you can take away from this message to you, take this with you. No matter how heavy today may feel, remember that difficult seasons do not last forever. Every challenge carries the potential to build resilience, wisdom, and strength. Resilience, wisdom, and strength. Every challenge carries the potential to build resilience. So when challenges come, look out for resilience. Look out for wisdom. Look out for strength. Don't mind failure. Don't mind, the disappointment that it has come with. Don't mind the rejection that it has come with. Don't mind every other negativity that situation has come with. Look out for resilience. Look out for wisdom. Look out for growth and strength. Choose hope. Choose perseverance. Choose to keep moving forward. Thank you so much, and God bless you.